Okay, assalamu alaikum. Okay, I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, so we're all sharing our screens. Okay, that's nice. So let me just go to the بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. So I came a little late, but okay, this is your project too. This is for the science project. Okay. Okay, this is Asma's. This is Haika's. Okay. So we were here in Surah Anam, verse number 21. So we'll do 22.
Teacher, when are you going to send the results?
The results, I'm going to show you 2 videos more. Inshallah, then we're going to send you the results. Yeah, I'll discuss that inshallah. Give me 1 minute. Okay, so how we're going to be doing it. Who is more unjust in this ayah? 21. And the one who lies about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and denies his verses is the one who is more unjust. I think after that we did another one. Yeah, this one yesterday. So, what will Allah say to the polytheists on the day of judgment? And the answer was, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to the polytheists on the day of judgment, where are the partners that where are their partners that they used to claim with them? The people who commit shirk, where are their partners? Okay. So we did 22 and we'll do 6. So it was on, it's not 67, it's 6 Surah An'am and 23. And 22. Yeah, okay, and there was this ayah. Where is the 10? Looking it down to where is that? Yes, 20. We just simply do that. 23. Okay. Who came first today? I think Haika came first, right? Okay, Haika, you can read this ayah.
Okay. من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ثم لم تكن فتنتهم إلا أن قالوا والله ربنا ما كنا مشركين.
Okay, so summa means then, lam not. Takun will be fitnatuhum. Fitnatuhum is fitna is a plea. Fitnatuhum is them. Fitnatuhum for them a plea illa except on that qalu they say wallahi wa Allah the he shows it say oath wallahi by Allah Rabbina our Lord ma not kunna we were mushrikeen those who associate partners with Allah, right? Okay, Abdullah, you can read the translation.
Okay. Then there will be no excuse upon examination, except they will say by Allah our Lord, we were not those who associated.
Okay. So then there will be no excuses upon examination except that they will say by Allah our Lord we were not those who associate. So they will deny that they did that because in front of them they're going to see punishment. Okay, they're going to be asked about the shirk they committed. This is the day of resurrection. It comes in the last, so it's dreams are destroyed, but not perceive not. They destroy themselves, committing their evil actions. Harm will only touch them, yet they are not. They do not perceive this fact. Okay, and it from 22 to 26, the same idea. All right, 22 to 26. So right now we are at 23. The same idea will be coming along. It's a very small one. Okay. Right now. Right.
Can you repeat the answer?
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
Can you repeat the answer?
Oh, give me 1 second. I haven't spoken to the question yet. Okay, so the question is, what excuse what excuse will the polytheists make on the day of judgment? Okay, and the answer is the polytheists will say they will deny their associating partners with Allah. We can say they will take an oath. They will say, by Allah, our Lord, we were not those who associated. So they will deny their um, the polytheists will deny their uh, will deny their associating partners with Allah. Okay, the polytheists will deny about their associating partners with Allah. If you see here, that's the same topic. Tafsir Ibn Kathir we have. And the polytheists shall be questioned about the shirk they committed. So what will they do? They will deny. They will deny because they see the punishment ahead of them. So they will deny, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us they will deny the association of partners with Allah, but obviously they will be punished. So let me know when you're done.
Done.
Okay. The polytheist spelling is incorrect. Will deny their associating partners with Allah. That's correct, but the spelling of polytheist is a typo. So you can check that, Haika. And
That's
Asma,
not
you
me.
done? Let me know. Also, Abdullah.
That's Asma. That's
Are you
not me.
done? Oh, that's Asma. Yes. Yeah, the
Teacher, can
spelling
you
is not
repeat the
correct.
answer?
The polytheists will deny their associating partners with Allah. So, maybe I have to go back to check. Maybe it's corrected now. Yes, now the spelling is correct. You can remove the previous one. Yeah, the mushrikeen, right? The
Done.
polytheist. Okay, good. Let me go back. The polytheists will deny their associating partners with Allah. Okay. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good. Uh, will deny their associating partners with Allah. That's what they used to do, right? Associating partners with Allah. You have to correct that a little bit, Haika. And Abdullah, let me know when you're done.
Sorry, which part?
They're associating partners with Allah.
Oh,
Well, even associated should be okay. Not that, And let me.
done.
Like they used to do
Done.
something. That's why they're using the continuous tense because something that they used to do. That's what you try to say. What they used to do. it's done is not too incorrect, but the what we're trying to say, the question is what they used to do. That's why it has to be in the present continuous tense. Okay, that's why I was asking to do that way. Let me see. 23, the question, were not those who are associated. So um, they were not those who are associated partners with Allah. So that's still okay because that's life is done, right?
I already
So
fixed it.
that's what happened in the past. Okay, that's good. That's fine. Um, Abdullah is done too. Okay, Abdullah deny. Spelling of deny. It should be a Y, Deny. That's a typo. Can you fix that? Abdullah, do you see that? Spelling of deny. Abdullah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, spelling deny. I have to open it. Deny. So can you correct that? So when you send, make sure that it's correct. The spellings are correct. Because small things that we do is not being corrected. Let me know when you're done, Abdullah. They will deny their associated partners with Allah, associating partners with their associated partners. Partners of Allah, they associated. Okay, not too wrong. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to show you. Let me open it. Um, Okay, I'm sharing the screen. I'm going to show you others who send their videos for the science fair and arts fair. So just going to show you two, inshallah. There it is.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Today I want to tell you about.
Or maybe the voice, I have to share the voice too. Is the voice being shared?
Yes.
You could
Wait,
hear me?
some projects are going to be online? I thought they're all supposed to be in person.
No, because see, when we're thinking to meet in the Chait Plaza, in the school, so then we thought that it's very close, May and June. So why not just come in person in June? So you can submit your projects online,
Yeah.
right? So that's why you, Abdullah, and Asma did online because running out of time as well. It's a little bit late. We usually
So
do it
are
in
we
April.
grading each other just by like us three or like
Now, yeah, I'm going to show you others one, two. So what I
but
wanted
are
to
they
tell
gonna be
you,
counted? Are they gonna be counted when they're grading hours for like who gets first place? Will they be counted?
okay, so the way we're grading it right now, I wanted to explain you that as well, is that you are only competing with yourself, okay? It doesn't matter what Asma has done, doesn't matter what Abdullah has done, okay? So if you get for all your subjects, if you get say 90% and above, then you do get the first position, medal. But if, say, Abdullah is only one student in his class and he gets 65, that doesn't qualify him to get the first position. Okay, so the first position will go to 90 plus. Okay, there can be, if you are two in the class, in the, say, grade 6 to 8, if there are two, then 96% will get the first prize and 95 will get the second prize. But if you're the only one and then you get a 70% or 80, means you're in the second place and 70% is the third. So you cannot get the first position if your score is less than 90%.
But isn't the first place just for the science and art fair like last year?
Yes, yes. So for science fair, it's the same. So last year, when you got the first medal, it was because your project was above 90%. And Abdullah did not get second position because there was a competition between you and him. It was because he did not get 90, but he got maybe 89. So that's why. If he had got 95 again, then both of you would have been first. So that's how it works. So it all
Oh,
depends on the efforts that you put in. Same with Asma. So even if there's one student in the class, to get the first position, it has to be 90% plus, like 92, 95. But if it's 89, then you will not get the first position, you get a second, because even though there's no first, but then it's not competing with others. Okay. So even if there are 30 students in the class and you get a 95% and another child gets 95%, both of you are first position. Do you understand? But someone will not get first position if they get 89 or 70%. So this is how it's going to work. I think mine got, I'm not sure if it's not showing that I'm logged in, but it says my screen is showing. I don't know what that means. Anyways, so do you understand how, so it there is first, second, third position for science and arts fair. That's one. I'm going to combine the marks for science and arts and then give you a total percentage. If it's 90 plus, then you will get the first position medal. If it's 80%, so you're not, grade 5 is not competing with grade 7 or 8. Okay, that's what I want to show you. That's what I want to tell you, right? But if it's like 3 in 90s, 97, 95, 94, then it's first, second, third. But usually 90 plus, there can be two first positions too. So it depends on your performance, the project, how you explained it, and also um, the efforts that you put in. It shows, right? So that's how it's going to be. Just to make sure that being one in the class doesn't mean that you're going to get first position in your class. Okay. Um, that's another thing. I'm sharing the screen to show you. And they're also included because it's inter-Islamic competition. So other children are also. So your competition not just within yourself. It's also with other children who wants to participate. Remember, but because we're not doing it in person, so I asked them to. Okay, let me just enable the original sound as well. Okay, can you hear me when I was playing the video?
yes.
Okay, I don't know why it's not showing a participant me, but it's a good thing that you can hear. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to go back and start from the beginning so you can see.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I want to tell you about our amazing home planet Earth. Earth is the third planet from the sun and the only one where life is found. It gives us air to breathe, water to drink, and land to live on. Earth is mostly covered in water, about 71%, and only 29% is sun. That's why it looks so blue from space. It has an atmosphere that protects us and gives us oxygen, and a magnetic field that shields us from the space radiation. Earth spins around one every 24 hours, which gives us day and night, and it goes around the sun in 365 days, which makes a year. Earth is full of beauty and change. Let's do all our part and take care of it. Thank you.
Okay, so that's one video I have. I'm going to share another one. So, 1 second, I have to put the other one on. The second one I got is okay. Okay. Is this Bismillah me? I don't know.
Yeah, that's you.
Okay. I don't know how it comes like this. It was having a hard time to get connect. Anyways, share screen. Okay. So this is the second one. Okay, asking is this good? I was sent it and I was like, okay, what is this?
And I'll be presenting my science project. This is my science project, which presents a captivating miniature world. Here we have CN Tower, which is one of the tallest single structure building in the world. This structure reaches towards the sky, demonstrating principles of engineering and stability. The harbor here showcases the meeting point of land and water, representing the concepts of erosion, and ecosystems. The waterfall here represents the power of gravity and the water cycle. The waterfall is also used to produce electricity by turning the turbines which light up our home. The surrounding forest adds an element of biodiversity and plant and animal life. This keeps our environment clean and provide us with different vegetation. This is my miniature world, showing the connection of natural elements of this world and how they work with human-made structures.
Okay. So, how did you find this?
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, I can't hear you. What did you say?
It was good.
It was good? Okay. So we have two more entries. So yeah, so it's double. So it's that you have to compete with yourself, and then there'll be a competition among yourself, the group as well. Okay, inshallah. But there will be separate certificate and medals for the winners. That's what we do now. It's 11:18. Yes. Let me show your. So I'm here. I'm going to show your progresses so that you know how you guys are doing. Share the screen again in iExcel. So you have an idea. You're competing with each other as well, like who's doing the best. Oh, it's not signed in. For signing in, I have to just stop sharing for a second. I'm just trying to log in. Okay, it's logged in. All right. So I'm sharing the screen now. So you can see the results. So let's see Asma. How's Asma doing? So individually you can see, because then I don't have to give stuff. So I have 284 questions for Asma. Okay. And that's from 30 days, right? Last 30 days. And that's why in your third week of your of June, second or third week, I think, we'll do 1 week assessment separately from here, okay? So that will be just for, because we can do for 1 month, we can do for 1 week. If you see over here, so your 5 days will be assessment, like this week or last 7 days, this month, okay? So we can do the assessment, that one separately. And so I have anatomy and physiology, grade 8, main idea, number theory of grade 7, and exponents and square roots, grade 7. Okay, Asma, you're missing English. Asma, are you there?
No, I did my English. Can you check again? Or can you scroll down for a sec? Anatomy number what?
Over here?
No,
Thursday,
not
which day
here.
did you do?
No, up. Go back to here. Main idea. Oh, yeah, main idea. That's English.
Main idea. Main idea. Yeah, that's fine. So anatomy, exponents, number theory, and you have all this. 70%, 14, the most of 64% is math. Okay, so you have 284. Let's go to the second one and see. Let's see how much Aya has done. She's done 250 questions so far. Okay, grade 8. Main idea, integers, number theory, obligation. Okay, 250. And yeah. 284. Okay, that's, I did that again. 284. Let's see Haika. Haika has done, oh, mashallah, 806 questions answered. Very good, Haika. And 7 hours of learning, and we have a grade 8 pronouns, English, prefixes, English, integers, math, science practices, units and measurement. That's very good. So leading is Haika. Haika is leading, mashallah. And let's see, Abdullah. Abdullah is doing, 1044. Abdullah is number 1
this
right
is
now.
my old account. Maybe my old account.
Oh, yes, I understand.
Account,
So
yeah.
what happened? Yeah, I have to subtract. Because what happened is I did not delete that account and I added your on it. So, yeah.
You can you can check May. Teacher, if you go up and choose a date, you can choose May and find out his.
Yes, I could do that.
What month? choose this month and then you can see.
Okay, yeah. Do you have 800? Okay, so we have, no. This month still the grade 5. This is not yours too. Look, grade 5, grade 7, grade 8. So we have to do not just this month, but maybe I can do, 1 second. Yeah. Okay. I should have added, that's okay. I'll just correct that. Is this Abdullah? Oh, yes. See, if I can see all different grade, 5, 8, 7, it means that this is not complete to yours. So I have to go back to, it will be okay. Because when we do next, the month after a few days, it will show your results. Okay. For example, if you want custom, then it will show yours. For example, I'll show you. If I do custom, so I believe started from the first week of May, right? Start day is a calendar. Oh, there it is. I believe started from the from Monday. Okay, until today is 27th. Is no. Even then we have grade 7 and 8. So I have to go back and change to custom. Where's the?
You can always choose the, what do you call, the grade. You can
My
choose the
grade wise?
grade. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, the account that I've given Abdullah is the one. Um, yeah, is the one that had all the previous work as well. I should have
Okay,
deleted and
yeah,
started a
okay,
new
then you
one.
can choose grade 5.
Do you think I can do that? Let me see.
Yeah, skill grades.
Oh, just one you're saying. Okay, just two grade 5 and
Yeah.
1 month. Okay, so I'll do grade 5, grade 5 to grade 5. Okay, and then see. So we have only grade 5s for the maths month, and we have place value, maths, prefixes,
I
English.
probably did
Doc-
some because it sometimes automatically puts me in grade 7, and the last 2 times I might have not realized.
Okay, so anyways, right now it's showing 313, which is second highest, which is not bad. Okay, so we
Teacher,
have a high. Yes.
Abdullah said that sometimes his computer puts him in older grades.
No, so before starting, you can always choose your grade.
No, sometimes like when you join IXL, like for me too, sometimes they'll put me on a grade 7. Automatically he does it, so you'll have to click it afterwards. So sometimes he doesn't realize.
Oh, why does that happen? I don't know, because this issue is with the um this issue is with the program itself, with the software that they have provided us. I don't have access to that.
Sometimes I do it.
Okay, so just make sure when you're doing it that the grade, just check the grade when you're doing it, so that if it changes it, go back and choose your grade and then start doing it. Because if I check only one grade, then it will, if you've done some other ones, it will not show, because it could be a grade higher, it could be a grade lower, and we can't mark you for grade lower, right? Because your own grade has very simple questions as well. So make sure that if you detect, because whenever you're doing the questions, it will show on the left side that which grade you are on. So make sure that when you're answering the question, the grade is shown. But still 313 questions. So I just wanted to show you this so I know and you know that where you stand, because there'll be a separate prize for the one who has done IXL, has the highest marks. Also, let me go back and see over here with Duolingo to show you progress in that. What happened? Do I have to sign in? Why sign up when I'm already signed? This isn't showing for login. Um, oh, it says for schools. Anyways, we'll do that later. And then we have, okay, I'll check that later. I don't want you to waste more time. I'm going to stop sharing, and then you can start sharing your screen for IXL, okay? Inshallah. Okay, share your screen.
Okay.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू।
वालेकुम सलाम।
ओके। औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम। बिश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। Okay, Abdullah, can you read it? Okay, Abdullah,
Okay.
can you read it? औज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम, बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम।
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تأكلوا
وعليكم
أموالكم
بينكم بالباطل.
بينكم باطل في إلا أن تكون تجارة عن طرف منكم ولا تقتلوا أنفسكم إن الله كان بكم رحيما.
رحيما. Okay.
وما تفعل
ومن يفعل
ومن
يفعل ذلك
يفعل ذلك
عدوانا وظلما
عدوانا
فسوف نصليه نارا
فسوف نصليه
وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا.
وكان الله يسيرا.
وكان ذلك
وكان ذلك
على الله يسيرا.
على الله يسيرا.
Okay. Can you read it? Yes, Abdullah.
Yes, okay.
In
أج
إن
إن
تجتنبوا
تجريهم نبو كبائر ما
تنهون
كان
عنه
عنه
نكفر عنكم
نكفر عنهم
سيئاتكم
سيئاتكم
وندخلكم
ونب وندخلكم
مدخلا كريما
مدخلا كريما
إن تجتنبوا كبائر. Read it again, read it again.
إن تجتنبوا كبائر ما
Now you read it again fluently. إن تجتنبوا كبائر. Read it fluently. إن تجتنبوا
أن
كبائر.
إلى ما نهونا أن أن
Hmm?
خلق مرهلا كريما
مدخلا كريما. Okay. Okay, read it. ولا تتمنوا. Yes, Abdullah. ولا تتمنوا
ولا 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 تتمنى ولا
ما
تتمنى
فضل الله به.
ما
لا تتمنوا ما فضل الله به.
في لا تتمنى ما أفضل الله به بعضكم على بعض للرجال نصيب مما اكتسبوا وللنساء نصيب مما
مما
اكتسبوا
اكتسبن. مما اكتسبن. واسألوا الله
اشكر الله
من فضله.
من فضله
إن الله كان بكل شيء عليما.
من كل به بشيرا
إن الله كان بكل شيء عليما.
من شيء كبيرا
عليما. Can you
not,
read the translation of this? This is very important, Aya. Can you read the translation?
okay, do not covet the advantage which Allah has given some of you is to men belongs a share of what they have earned, and to women a share what they have earned of, of what they have earned, and ask Allah for His grace. Indeed, Allah has knowledge of all things.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay. So you see how important this ayah is. Do not covet the advantages which Allah has given someone of you over others. Okay, what does it mean? We should not be jealous of people. Okay, okay. Walikulli. Okay, okay. Haika, can you read?
Okay.
Uh, until where we read, I think. I think from here. Okay. Haika, can you read?
Okay.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay. Haika, can you read? Haika, I cannot hear you. Haika, I cannot hear you.
لك رب السجن أحب إلي مما يدعونني إليه وإلا تصرف عني كيدهن أصب إليهن وأكن من الجاهلين فاستجاب له ربه فصرف عنه كيدهن إنه هو
Okay.
الأنعام ثم بدلهم من بعد ما رأوا الآيات ليسجنن ودخل معه
Okay. Yes, Haika, can you read?
أحدهما إني أراني أعصر خمرا وقال الآخر إني أراني أحمل فوق رأسي خبزا تأكل
خبزا.
الطير منه نبئنا بتاويله إنا نراك
امرأة من
من
المحسنين.
المحسنين قال
Okay.
قال لا يأتيكما طعام ترزقانه إلا نبأتكما بتأويله قبل أن يأتيكما ذلكما مما علمني
علمني
ربي إني تركت ملة قوم لا يؤمنون بالله وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون.
Yeah. واتبعت
واتبعت ملة آبائي إبراهيم وإسحاق ويعقوب ما كان لنا أن نشرك بالله من شيء ذلك من فضل الله علينا وعلى الناس ولكن أكثر الناس لا يشكرون.
Mhm. يا صاحبي السجن
يا صاحب السجن أرى
أرباب
أأرباب
متفرق
متفرقون خير أم الله الواحد القهار.
فخار ما تعبدون
ما تعبدون من دونه إلا أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما أنزل الله بها من سلطان إن الحكم إلا لله أمر ألا تعبدوا إلا إياه ذلك الدين القيم ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون.
Okay. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Can you read more? Okay, Asma, can you read it?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا صاحبني
يا صاحبي السجن
يا صاحبي السجن أما أحدكم أحدكم أحدكما فيسقي ربه خمرا وأما الآخر فيصلب فتأكل الطير من رأسه وقضي الأمر الذي فيه تستفتيان وقال للذي ظن أنه ناج منهم اذكرني عند ربك فأنساه الشيطان ذكر ربه فلبث في في السجن بضع سنين وقال الملك إني أرى سبع بقرات سمان يأكلهن سبع عجاف وسبع سنبلات خضر وأخرى يابسات يا أيها الملأ أفتوني في رؤياي إن كنتم للرؤيا تعبرون تعبرون قالوا أضغاث أحلام وما نحن بتأويل الأحلام بعالمين وقال الذي نجا منهما وادكر بعد أمة أنا أنبئكم بتأويله فأرسلون يوسف يوسف أيها صديق أفتنا في سبع بقرات سمان يأكلهن سبع عجاف وسبع سنبلات خضر وأخرى يابسات لعلي أرجع إلى الناس لعلهم يعلمون قال تزرعون سبع سنين دأبا فما حصدتم فذروه في سنبله إلا قليلا مما تأكلون ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك سبع شداد يأكلن ما قدمتم لهن إلا قليلا مما تحصنون
ثم يأتي من بعد ذلك عام فيه يغاث الناس وفيه يعصرون. وقال الملك ائتوني به. فلما جاءه الرسول قال ارجع إلى ربك فسأله ما بال النسوة اللاتي قطعت أيديهن إن ربي بكيدهن عليم. فقال ما خطب قال ما خطبكن إذ راودتن يوسف عن نفسه قلنا حاشا لله ما علمنا عليه من سوء. قالت امرأة العزيز الآن حد حصل حق أنا راودته عن نفسه وإنه لمن الصادقين. ذلك ليعلم أني على أخنه بالغيب وأن الله لا يهدي كيد الخائنين.
Okay, mashallah, tabarakallah. Now I'll read Islamic. Did we read the first chapter complete or not?
We did social conditions in Arabia during the time. Okay, yeah, it's here. 1.4.
Okay.
1.4.
Okay, so Haika, will you read it? When Haika is reading, Abdullah and Asma should listen carefully. Okay. Haika, can you read? Religious conditions, belief, and customs. You know? हम्म, क्या करती हूँ Okay. Asma, can you read it? Can you read this one? Read it. Read it, Micah.
The ancestry of the Quraysh goes back to Ismail, son of Ibrahim. The name Quraysh is said to have been a nickname for one of the ancestors of the Prophet ﷺ. The Quraysh lived in Mecca around the Kaaba, which they honored and maintained. As a result of their custodianship of the Kaaba, their honor, status, and reputation grew. And then a new tribe migrated to Mecca from Yemen. The reason for the migration seems to have been the bursting of the Ma'rib Dam, also known as the Arin Dam, which resulted in a major flood and a great loss of crops. The dam was in Yemen. The newcomers were the famous tribe of Khuza'a. The Khuza'a brutally unseated the Quraysh and established themselves as the principal occupants of the valley and the new custodians of the valuable and famous ancient house, and they managed to keep the custodianship of the Kaaba for 300 to 500 years. But they proved to be evil custodians, where it was during their time that idol worship entered the Arabian Peninsula. One of their chiefs, called Amr Luhay, traveled to Syria. mm, had traveled to Syria. mm, where he found people worshipping idols. When he inquired about the role of those idols, he was told that they supplicated to them for rain or sought other help, and then they would receive the rain and the help they had sought. So he asked them to donate an idol to him. They gave him a hubal, which he brought down to Mecca and persuaded people to offer donations to it. From then on, whenever Banu Ismail, the children of Ismail, traveled, they took a stone from the holy sanctuary with them, pitching it whenever they encamped, and went around it in the manner of pilgrims now go around the sacred house to worship Allah. This practice led the masses to choose the best shaped stones around for worship. This is how those were on the religion of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi ended up turning idol worshippers. Every major tribe had its own stone god, and these were the very same idols that the people of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam had worshipped, as mentioned in the Quran, Surah Nur 71, 23 through 24.
Okay. Characteristics of the pre-Islamic Arabs. Okay, can you? Haika, are you in the class? Haika? Haika, are you in the class? Abdullah, where is Haika? Abdullah? Asma, can you read it?
No, it's not characteristics. I'm still over here. Even each tribe, city, and locality had its own god, and every household in Mecca had its own idol. When a Meccan set out on a journey, their last act at home was to seek the blessings of the family deity, and the first thing they did on their return was to pay respect to it. People used to compete with each other in collecting idols and setting up temples. Those who could afford this planted a slab of stone in front of the Kaaba and performed the ritual of going around them, tawaf. Mm, Such stones were called ansab. In the words of Abu Raja al-Utardi, as reported in Sahih al-Bukhari, we worshipped stones. When we found a better stone than the one we had, we took it and threw it away the old one. And when no stones were available, we erected a sand mound, milked a goat over it, and worshipped it. When a traveler halted at that place, He would collect 4 stones, worship the most beautiful of them, and use the other 3 on which to rest his pot for cooking. The angels, they believed, were the daughters of Allah, and thus they begged them to intercede with him on their behalf. The jinn were regarded as the co-sharers of Allah in the practical control of the world. Mm. The tribe of Banu Malih worshipped the jinn. The tribe of Himar worshipped the sun. The tribe of Kinana worshipped the moon. The Thay tribe worshipped Jupiter, while the Banu Asad tribe worshipped Mercury. The Quraysh had named deities that were special for them, such as Arsaf and Na'ala. Aisha radiallahu anha narrated, "We had always heard that the pair Isaf and Naila committed fornication in the sacred house and were turned to stones." Mahathir Rizqullah Ahmad Atiyar by okay, you know what? The Prophet ﷺ once said, "I saw Amr ibn Amir of Khuza'ah, that is to say, Amr ibn Luhay, dragging his intestines in the fire. He was the one who introduced idol worship." 360 idols had been installed inside the Kaaba and its courtyard. The house built by Prophet Ibrahim for the worship of the true God Allah. Nothing but the traces of the religion of Ibrahim alayhi salam had remained, such as respect and the tawaf around the Kaaba, Hajj, Umrah, stopping at Arafah and Muzdalifah, and sacrifice. The creed of Tawheed, oneness of Allah, taught by Ibrahim alayhi salam, had not, however, died completely. A few adhered to it, dissatisfied with idol worship. They believed in the oneness of Allah, both in His divinity as well as His lordship, and were waiting for the next prophet to come. They were known as Al-Hunafa. Characteristics of the pre-Islamic Arabs, like in the desert, is such that it produces people whose prominent characteristic is that of tough fighters. The outstanding features of their life are immoderate scarcity of food, the exceptional effort required to produce it, the need to undertake lengthy travels in the desert, and the need of the Bedouins to be their own guide on these travels, and the need to provide for their own protection and security. Of these, the prominent conditioning or influences on the character of the Bedouin and scarcity of food is perhaps the uppermost. Mm. It resulted in a healthier body and a stronger physique. Although the Bedouin's meal is small in quantity, it is not lacking in proteins, consisting as it does of milk, meat, sometimes and dates. Cereals are a luxury. Sweets are almost unknown. It is important to realize that the Arab in Jahiliyyah was a state of moral ignorance, which demonstrated itself in practical behavior and attitudes. It does not necessarily denote inherent badness of character. To be fair, the Arabs had many good qualities as well, which made them well prepared for the duty of carrying the banner of Islam. Here are some of those good qualities. A, natural intelligence. Natural intelligence took on different forms. Firstly, they had a very strong memory. Considering the vastness of their language in Arabic, there are 80 words for honey, 90 for fox, 500 that mean lion, 1,000 that mean camel, and 1,000 that denote sword. And to be sure to be able to memorize all those words, the Arabs had to have strong memories. They were unlettered, but they loved poetry as much as, or even more than any other literate and civilized people. But in order to preserve poetry and in order to pass it down to the next generation, they had to rely on verbal communication and on powerful memories. Therefore, one should not be surprised to learn that many of the Prophet's companions memorized the Quran and that some individuals among them had committed to memory hundreds and even thousands in some cases of hadith narrations, which they conveyed to the next generation of Muslims. A second quality which the Arabs possessed was innocence and could be described as ignorance of falsehood. The Arabs were thus naturally prepared to receive the truth, the message of Islam. Generosity. The quality of generosity was deeply rooted among the Arabs who had always been and still are to the present day a good example of this virtue. If an Arab owed nothing except a camel, and if a guest came to visit him, he would, without giving the matter a second thought, slaughter the camel and feed its meat to their guest. It was perhaps Hatim al-Atari who was most widely renowned for his generosity. Stories of his generous acts were spoken of and lauded in gatherings all over Arabia. The Arabs would praise men for having died on the battlefield and would criticize and ridicule those who died peacefully on their beds. Nothing meant more to the Arabs than individual honor and the honor of one's clan and tribe. If anyone dared to attack their honor, they would defend it with their lives to the last drop. They would consider it a blemish on their character if they did not help the oppressed who came to them seeking their help and protection. Love for freedom. The vast desert of the peninsula was the home of the Arabs who loved freedom and were not under the direct control of any king or ruler. Their honor meant more to them than their very own lives. If anyone dared to humiliate them, they would not think twice about killing them. Mm, Truthfulness, honesty, and keeping promises. In general, the Arabs avoided lying. This reality is perhaps best highlighted in the story involving Abu Sufyan radiallahu anha, still a polytheist and a bitter enemy of Islam. Abu Sufyan radiallahu anha traveled abroad and who traveled abroad and met Heraclius, the leader of a foreign empire. Heraclius began to ask questions about the Prophet ﷺ and about the new faith in Mecca. Abu Sufyan would have best served his purpose by lying about the Prophet ﷺ, but he did not do so. Instead, he spoke truthfully about the Prophet ﷺ and his good character. Patience in the hard times and contentment with the bare necessities. Due to the excessive scarcity of food, the Arabs consumed food in moderate quantities. They looked down upon those who ate too much and used to say, "Gluttony does away with intelligence." The Arabs had a natural ability to endure hardships, a quality that they probably developed through living in the harsh desert for many generations. Generations. Low supplies of food and water, the winding, rocky mountain pathways, the extreme heat of the desert, nothing seemed to perturb them. Once they embraced Islam, they had to be more patient than ever before in hard times. One of them would go days with a small number of dates and some drops of water. Hmm. Showing mercy when revenge was within one's grasp. If the Arabs did not back down from fighting their enemies, however, it frequently happened that at the very moment when one of them had the upper hand against their enemy and had the ability to pounce on them, they would forgive them and leave them alone. The Arabs are also known to show mercy on the battlefield. They would never kill their wounded opponent. These are just some of the good qualities that the Arabs possessed during the days of ignorance.
Asma, only you are in the class. You have to continue. Haika, are you here?
Yes.
Haika, can you read from here?
Okay.
Economic condition and commercial life.
In pre-Islamic area, Mecca was a commercial center whose power and influence was growing. The valley of Mecca was barren, with no cultivation whatsoever. Therefore, the Meccans undertook two businesses journey every year, one in winter and the other one in summer. In winter, they used to send their trade caravans to Yemen, in the summer to Asham, which was a fertile, prosperous country, being the custodians of the Kaaba. The Quraysh were treated well by everyone. People would serve them and generally not pose any threat to their lives and property. They earned a good profit in their business deals. Moreover, according to pre-Islamic custom related in Arabia, the months of Muharram, Rajab, Dhul Qada, and Dhul Hijjah, the first, 7th, 11th,
Yes, Haika, I cannot hear you.
I just read it all.
Okay, okay. And this one, continue.
Were considered sacred in the sense that all tribes warfare had to stop during these months. During these months, the area around the sacred house in Mecca and the open space beside it utilized as a trade center to which people from distant places came from trading. All essential things required for living were readily available in the market of Mecca. The stores where they sold variously monopoly located in different lanes and avenues mentioned by historians tend to show the economic and cultural growth of Mecca. The vendors of perfume had their stalls in a separate alley so that they were the shops of fruit sellers, grocery barbers, fresh dates, and other wafers and trades that stood in the different quarters. A number of these markets were spacious enough as, for example, the market set apart for food grains as was well stocked with wheat, ghee, honey, and similar condiments. As these vital goods were brought by trading caravans, for example, what was brought to Mecca for likewise, cloth and shoe stores had separate quarters allocated to them in the marketplace. Makkah had a few meeting places where carefree young men used to together for recreation and pastime. Those who were wealthy and accustomed to luxurious style of living would spend winters in Makkah and summer in Taif. There were even some smart young men known for their expensive and trim dresses costing hundreds of dirham. Makkah was a center of the wealth inducing trade on the large scale. Aid merchants sent trading caravans to different countries, Asia and Africa, and imported almost everything of necessity. The costly were marketable in Arabia. They usually brought reasons, ivory, gold, and money from Africa. High incense, frankincense, spices, sandalwood, and saffron from Yemen. Different oils, food grains, armor, silk, and wines from Egypt and Syria, clothes from Iraq, and gold, tin, precious stones, and ivory from India. The wealthy merchants of Mecca sometimes put the products of their city, of which they most valued were other products to the kings and noble other countries, while the Quraysh sent ibn Abdul Rabi'a and Amr ibn Asad to Ithaca to bring back the Muslim immigrants. They sent with them the leather of good of Mecca as gifts to them. The Nigerians and the general movement also took part in this commercial undertaking and sent down trading caravans bound for Syria and other countries. Khadija, the daughter of
Okay, Haika. I cannot hear you.
I already read it.
Mm. The complete page forgot. Women also took part in commercial
I read that
undertaking.
part too.
Okay, and out reading. Okay, okay. This one. Read from here.
Okay. Who was a famous merchant woman of dignity and wealth, like the other advanced nations of the then world. The minded citizens of Mecca had based their economy on instances for which they sent out caravans in different directions. They are organized stocks markets and created favorable conditions in the home market for the visiting tourist and trader. This helped increase fame and dignity of Mecca as a religion center and contributed greatly in the prosperity of city. Everything acquired by the people of Mecca, whether of necessity or luxury, reached their hands because of the city's commercial importance. That this fact finds a reference in these verses of the Quran. So let them worship the Lord of this house, who has fed them against hunger and has made them safe from fear.
Weights and measures. Okay, so this was your lesson for today. Inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
Happy.